Fire has always been like a part of human civilization until recently. Uh, Cooking, heating energy, and other uses we use fire for. So, for smoking just by itself to be called a unhealthy practice is not really matching with my common sense. Because what would we burn in bonfires? It's usually tree barks and tree stems and leaves and stuff like that. So we would inhale that every morning and evening at the very least. So I don't, I don't think it's really this act of smoking itself that is causing all this cancer and so forth. But yeah, it's not good for conditions of pitta, which is the bile humor, the yellow bile, the cholera temperament. It's not really useful for that diseases of those sorts. So it's good for diseases of phlegm, and it's good for diseases of the humor called black bile, also called vat in Ayurveda, wind. And air. So anyway, today, since it's autumn already, I wanted to do a video talking about seasonal changes and Ritucharya, which is called seasonal regimen in Ayurveda. So in Ayurveda, every different season, which is like a 2-month cluster in the Indian seasonal climate calendar, every 2 months it basically changes seasons, and so there's different recommendations and lifestyle tips for that 2-month period. So we're now, at least in the climate of North America, we are in autumn season already, and that's coinciding with after the equinox. The autumn equinox. So currently we've just finished the season of summer, and so the best lifestyle tip for this season has to do with reducing the fire element. In this season, smoking only makes sense in the morning and late at night or after sunset, really. So anyhow, let's get back to Ritucharya. So what are tips? So in the summer, it was recommended we would spend time in nature, spend time doing gentle things, taking care of ourselves, relaxing, enjoying things like music and little children's company and our significant woman's company and so forth. Those are all very cooling things, taking walks in the moonlight, being under trees in the daytime, like tall trees in a forest where there's a river or a pond even. So those are things recommended for the fire season. So in this season, there's also activity recommendations, like exercise recommendations. So I just thought of something that is recommended for reducing fire, but in the season of autumn, where there's a little bit of coldness and a little bit of weakness starting in, so you can't be too vigorous because you don't want to increase the fire element by doing aerobic type of exercise, which is very very active, very stimulating. So a gentle cooling exercise is recommended to reduce fire element. For the autumn cleansing, we would want to reduce the fiery, watery elements from our body. So that would be the bile humor. And to reduce that, like I said, a gentle lifestyle. But also, since we're approaching the wind humor, which is the gas humor, or the black bile in classical Western medicine. It's called black bile. So to reduce that too, you have to take account into the pitta and the vata doshas. All right, the bile and the gas has to be regulated. So to do that, I found a very good activity, such as in the evening or whenever, because for pitta, it's recommended to do activities involving balance a lot. Slow activities, activities involving standing and balancing yourself, like the flamingo stretch. Those are all recommended. But I found something that is cooling, refreshing, and it is kind of like balancing at the same time. Involves balance, which is walking, right? Walking is supposed to be the perfect exercise. It's supposed to be very healing for the gas humor, and also the yellow bile humor, the fire, reducing that. So this is what I found is to walk backwards. Okay, so always doing things in a slightly different way than the other regular way. So our regular way is walking forward. So another activity which involves balancing and it's kind of fun is walking backwards. So this is how I do it. Just to kind of feel it out, feel your arms out with your leg. It's going to be a little weird, but you can still move. You can just look backwards through your peripheral vision. So pitta involves the eyes, because the eyes are supposed to be the representation of the fire element in nature. Seeing is a fiery kind of sense. So just move while looking backwards, and try to walk with balance and try to be comfortable and flowing while doing this little meditation, walking, exercise activity. And just enjoy being in nature, kind of greenery, and in a cool kind of environment. Even in the night you could try this, but evening is better, morning is better. So instead of jogging or something, try something simple, something cooling, something refreshing, something involving balance and stabilizing your body, and twisting and turning too, just like I do when I'm walking backwards. Okay, so this is Kunal checking out again with another video, exercise video, a recommendation for backwards walking. All right, stay tuned. I'll be posting more videos, but I've been taking a break from the YouTube stuff because I just really haven't been inspired. So I was inspired to do this, and I'll try to do more in the near future. All right, peace.